Okay. Let's wait until we go live on YouTube and we can get started. Okay, guys, so we're live on YouTube, so we can kick it off. Okay. Okay, ready. Okay, guys, so let's start. Do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I put reminders for myself because I forgot once YouTube live. We're live, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, guys, welcome to our next 10 by 5 hack series on today, 28th of May 2025. I'm your host, 𝗕𝗃𝗦𝗧. As usually, I have the pleasure to have like 15 beta speakers. We're gonna share 15 Amazon hacks in 5 minutes each. So we're gonna try to do it like sweet and short in 90 minutes. If you go overtime, you're not gonna pay for that, so all cool. Here are some of the speakers today. I'm gonna share their hacks in a minute, but you'll be able to see them by yourself. They're gonna introduce themselves in like 30 seconds, 1 minute, and then you're gonna share a 5-minute hack. At the end, you're gonna be able to vote for the best hack, and the winner is gonna win the prize, which is 2,000 euros free sponsorship in my newsletter 𝗕𝗗𝗦𝗧 𝗕𝗃𝗦𝗧. So now let's go to the talk about a little bit about me. I'm 𝗕𝗃𝗦𝗧. Like I told you, I'm the host. If you've been attending some of our previous sessions, you know what we do. But for those who don't know, I'm the co-founder of Extreme Power Brand, which is a partnership agency, and Scale, which is a partnership software. We also do some other stuff like the 𝗕𝗗𝗦𝗧, which is a newsletter read by 30,000 e-com sellers. And also we have a business which is managing all the partnership for over 14 companies in the Amazon space mostly. And I'm a webinar host. I've done like 300 webinars. I started doing those by accident, but I guess I like them. And that's why we're here today. And the last but not the least, I've been fully remote since 2010, long before it was cool. I spent the last 9 summers on the beach, and off when there is no summer, I go with there my wife and my kids tell me. So right now I'm in Sofia, but I'll be on the beach in like a few weeks from now. So now let's mention our sponsors today, because without sponsors, we cannot do those events. Our gold sponsor, or the title sponsor, is the expansion to EU blueprint by hellotax. What we're doing here, we help companies who are not selling in Europe to come here because it's a 900 billion market. Many of you don't know that. Only on Amazon, there's 140 billions per year. Amazon has only 20% market share, so it's super early. If you cannot do time traveling, you cannot go back and sell in the Amazon.com in 2010, you can go to Europe, because Amazon is going to take the market share as they did in the USA. It's going to take them sometimes, but it's a huge market that 99% of US companies are not selling here. So what we do for those companies, we do a marketing research. In simple terms, we show you the money, how much money you can make. We outline how we can do the next steps, and then we help out with the VAT, product compliance, logistics, localization, translation. And to make it easy for you guys, we're giving away $3,000 per brand in discount from all the partners who participate in that. And in some cases, if you don't want to bother with any of that, we have a distribution business where we're going to take your brands, we're going to buy your products on the wholesale, and we're going to sell them across our channels in Europe. If we have a very cool product doing a few millions at least, having like 1,000 reviews, and having a rating of 4.3 or higher on Amazon. So we're gonna send the follow-up. So if you guys are interested for any of that, get in touch, and we can see if you guys are ready for Europe. And then let's talk about our next sponsor. So this is Sebastian Eduard's company, Insider. So here is their promo from them today. Free silent PPC cures draining profits inside. And you guys know profit is the most important metric, no matter what people tell. So what they're doing, they're giving away a 19-day PPC action plan tailored to your business phase. You get a 10% profit bump, exactly how I would act now to bump your net profit. In-depth manual work, 10 hours invest in improving your Amazon ad setup. So here, the first 10 of you guys who scan the QR code can take advantage of that. So let's wait for a few seconds so you guys can grab your phones and scan that. But don't worry, no. If you don't have your phone, we're gonna send the follow-up tomorrow with the recording, and you would be able to do that and claim the offer. Let's go to our next sponsor, Jasa for one. who is a very, very close partner of mine, and he's been doing great stuff for helping companies expand on Amazon in Europe. So what he's offering to you guys, he's offering you to unlock a real growth on Amazon with smart strategy, advanced PPC, and results-driven execution. You can get 25% off your first 3 months of the full service account scaling. Let's kick things off with a custom Amazon growth roadmap built to uncover hidden opportunities and maximize profitability. That's the promo from our second sponsor, 𝗕𝗰𝗵 You can scan the QR code, guys, here, or you can wait for the recording and you can scan it tomorrow, or we can do that later on while we are voting for the poll for the best hack. So now let's go to the next one. This is something that you guys never want to talk about, but without guys like Richard Stark and CronosNow, you're screwed. I told you, the host can curse, but this is the reality. If you don't have a partner with him, you guys are in trouble. So what they're doing, whether you're raising funds or planning to exit, messy numbers can kill everything. Claim your free financial due diligence health check, which is worth $1,500, and what they'll do, they're gonna check your financials for gaps in financial reporting, improper revenue recognition, unclear COGS or profit margins, overstate inventory, valuation risk. So that's what CronosNow does. CPG and e-commerce accountants, best partners for anybody who want to know their numbers so they can plan accordingly. So here you can scan and claim the offer from them, or you can check out their website, www.cronosnow.com. I'm gonna give you a few seconds so you can guys scan that as well. And then we go to our next sponsor. Okay, what's up? Okay, so that's TraceFuse. For many of you guys, you don't know, but you can remove legally negative reviews on Amazon. So this is what TraceFuse is doing. TraceFuse is the only AI-driven solution to detect negative reviews outside Amazon policy and guidelines. So what they're giving away, their lifetime monitoring service normally comes with a one-time fee of $750, but you guys are attendees of the 10 by 5 Amazon hack series, you're gonna get an exclusive $500 discount. So that's a huge discount, guys. That means that you're gonna pay only $250 total for lifetime monitoring across unlimited ASINs, no recurring fees, no limits. So no brainer, amigos. Grab that, scan the QR code, and you can take advantage of that. Because I'm not sure if you know that, but just one-star negative reviews can take your revenue by a huge percentage. No, I'm sure Shane is gonna talk about that later on. And now we go to our next partner, and one of my closest partners, Pasha, Knish from 𝗵𝗰𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗍. There is a special offer from them, an Amazon Hack Series offer. Get an end-to-end Amazon support, including optimized listing, ad management, and operation strategy from the experts at 𝗵𝗰𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗍. Enjoy the first 6 months commission-free. And again, you guys, you can scan this code and you can book a call with the founder, Pasha, and you can claim the offer. Okay, guys, and now we go to our last sponsor, which is the media sponsor, which is my company, the newsletter 𝗕𝗵𝗁𝗃 𝗕𝗵𝗁𝗃, as I mentioned earlier, is a weekly newsletter with over 30,000 e-commerce sellers. We have some of the founders of like Under Armour, 𝗀𝗵𝗁𝗃 Bosch, and all these guys reading that. I have no clue why they're reading that. Probably they like their casual style that we do it, but for whatever reason they like it. We have 50% open rate, and I'm really glad that people like it. We're gonna keep on doing that. And the winner of today's hack series, they're gonna get a monthly feature for free in 𝗕𝗵𝗁𝗃, which usually is worth €2,000. My team put dollars. This is not true, guys. Dollars is going down, so this is not correct. So it's euros, but all good. And now let's go to the hacks, because you guys didn't come here for me or the other stuff. You came here because we're gonna get some hacks from the speakers, which you can implement in your business now. And obviously, that's why we're doing those events. So here are the hacks, and here is the flow for today's session. So first is gonna be Sebastian. He's gonna talk about the hidden profit thief, why your ad spend keeps increasing but your profits don't. Then Shane Barker is going to talk about scan your ASINs for ToS-violating reviews. Fast, accurate, 100% white hat. Then Richard Stark is going to talk about how to use US tax law gray area to pay no income taxes while you're scaling profitably. Then Jasa is going to talk about forget ACoS. Here is what 7-figure sellers actually track. Pasha is going to talk about how to boost SEO with AI on Amazon. Then Chelsea is going to talk about restructuring your business to scale in 2025. Then Paula, Vega, she's going to talk about tariffs. Go to corner, of course, I mean, everybody is. it's time to cross the pond. Okay, I'm wondering what pond is she talking about, but you guys are gonna see. Then Colin Raja is gonna talk about what's killing yourselves. 2 data-driven hacks to catch it before it's too late. Then Stephanie 𝗙𝗃𝗧𝗧 is gonna talk about traffic mitigation strategies. John Aspinall, who is a very badass hacker, first time to join the series, he's gonna talk about how to build your brand's ICP with AI. And then 𝗵𝗰𝗸𝗊 is going to talk about optimizing for Amazon Cosmos and Rufus. Then Leslie Hensel, she used to be the winner of the Last Hack series with the best hack. She's going to talk about an apple a day for your health, for your account health, fix your worst ASIN. Then Daniel Bors, he's going to talk about how to answer seller central customer support emails in 5 seconds in any language. Okay, that's crazy. And then Seth Hurst is gonna talk about scaling sales to the stars on Amazon and beyond with brand expand. And last but not least, like a double winner from previous session, Chad Rubin, he's gonna talk about the peanut butter and jelly effect, the profit math Amazon brands get wrong. And guys, we're ready to roll. So these are the rules, everybody. We're gonna start. Each speaker is gonna introduce themselves, what they do, why they're here. Once you're ready, we turn the timer and they're gonna have 5 minutes to share the hack. And then at the end, we're gonna vote. You guys are gonna vote for the best hack. Whenever I know somebody's finished, I'm gonna mention the number. You can write down the number, and if you like it, if not, you don't, then the next hack comes. If you like it, scratch the previous number, and then of course you need to vote it, and that's why we have you guys. And okay, guys, let's start chatting. Or yes, the speakers get on because I'm already thirsty. I want to get some water. I cannot talk more than 10 minutes straight. So, guys, Sebastian, tell us, who you are, man. We're neighbors. But besides that, tell us what we've been doing. And once you're ready, let me know. I'm going to turn on the timer and we can get started. Thanks again for joining.
Absolutely, guys. I hope you can also see my screen. This is
Sebastian.
We see. I'm an Amazon seller since 2013. I've joined Insider since 2020. I'm also a brand investor, and I just had my 3rd exit 2 weeks ago. Insiders is an all-manual Amazon advertising agency. We served seasoned Amazon sellers that prefer incremental sales instead of PPC automation tactics that deliver okay-ish results, I would say. A few numbers in there. So we've had just 18 clients for the past years. Our team is 15 strong. Everybody right here with me in the EU. Last year we had 193 million in GMV. And in terms of ad spend, we're managing 66 million, 280 in end sales, and just a bit over $500 million in total sales for our clients. But more about me and insiders and our clients on insiders.agency. Nick, I'm ready, buddy.
Okay, let's start then. I'm turning the timer on. Let's go, Sebastian.
Awesome. So guys, today I want to go into a hidden profit thief with you, why your ad spend keeps increasing, but your profits don't, right? So I would have loved to share with you a sexy TikTok AI agent revolution today, but honestly, I decided for a hack that can literally bring back serious profit to you right now. So let me start by sharing a fact with you. Nobody has ever achieved 100% search term negation in Amazon ads. And this includes software, right? So here is what we're not going to talk about. We're not going to talk about clicks and spend thresholds, negative root keywords that never convert. But instead, we're going to talk about a tactic that we've been developing for the past 7 years. And it's called global negation. 3 of them, in fact. And the first one I'm going to share with you is called relevancy check. So let's imagine this one, right? So you're targeting wood tables. Let's say this is your product, right? So inside the broad campaign, as you can see here, one of the resulting search terms is woodpecker, right? With 1 click, let's say. How many wood tables do you think you would sell through woodpecker, right? Let's say we have the extra 9 clicks until your Excel formula or your software figures out the 10-click negation threshold. How many do you think you would sell? 0, right? Like, why would you allow even 1 more click? This will never convert, but guess what? We all do, and you do it as well. And I would go straight into the solution. And honestly, this is quite straightforward. You go when you do the negation top to bottom through your search terms and just apply common sense. If that doesn't make sense, just ask yourself, would a customer who searches for a woodpecker buy a wooden table? If the answer is no, which probably it is, you should negate it exact. The second one we're going to talk about is cross-campaign negation. And this one is something that, let's say our wood table ASIN has a normal mix of 5 research campaigns, right? 2 phrase, 2 broad, 1 auto. While doing negation, we find that the auto campaigns targets woodpecker, while you rightfully negate it because it will never perform, right? But what about the other 4 campaigns? Are we just gonna wait for them to spill out from that broad another woodpecker search term? Or let's just say you receive 3 clicks on one of them, right? Are we gonna wait for 7 more of them until you get again to the 10-click threshold? Crazy, right? But guess what? 95% of the accounts we are managing do that. And probably we do that as well, right? So the solution is very simple. Every single new negative term that you find gets negated in all of your research campaigns, not just the one where you found it. The third one is defensive negation. So what about the new campaigns that you have just created? Should we learn for the 6th time that this woodpecker keyword doesn't sell wood tables, right? We shouldn't. So whenever we research and create new campaigns, remember, you have to inherit all the negatives for all your other research campaigns for your ASIN and only then start with it. So let's go a bit into numbers. Is this global negation thing working? I asked Chris, our in-house developer, to pull out a data set and compute some effects, right? So for the next 3 months after implementation, we've had 11.72% decrease in ad spend with a 3.2% increase in CVR, a PPC increase in sales of 4.1% and 5.9% in total sales. This is where the interesting things happen. Why? Because if your ad spend doesn't go to the irrelevant terms in your campaign, it goes to the relevant ones inside. And those ones have more budget to spend, better conversion rate, increased rank, and higher organic sales, right? And I would love to go also into a pro level table, let's say. We need to consider the reality.
Sebastian, 1
Yes.
minute left.
We need to consider the reality of every single search term, right? Conversion rate, relevancy, seasonality is different. Therefore, there is an extra edge in there to be gained through a granular one-by-one analysis for incremental sales, which is exactly what insiders are doing. So for the first 10 people to scan this, I will guarantee to find 3 advertising profit drainers for you in 48 hours. Scan this QR code right now and I will point them out for you, tell you how to fix them, and only then, if it works for you and you like the extra profit, you can consider working with us long term. So guys, this has been why your ad spend keeps increasing but your profits don't. I have been Sebastian with Insiders and I will let you with this one. Knowing doesn't do anything for you. Act.
Okay, man, that's exactly on time, and I love the last picture. You know, it looks like a beta squad. Yeah, that I wanna have behind me. Okay, guys, so this is the first hack. This is number 1, Sebastian Eduard, the hidden profit thief. Why your ad spend keeps increasing but your profits don't. So that's number 1. Everyone, write it down, and then you would be able to vote for Sebastian and Dan. So thanks, Sebastian. And now we go to number 2, Shane Barker. Shane, let me know when you're ready. Do a short intro about yourself, and then let me know once ready, and you can start the timer.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much. And thank you, Sebastian. So my name is Shane Barker. I'm actually the owner of TraceFuse. And today we're going to talk about scanning your ASINs for ToS violations, a fast, accurate, and 100% white hat options for being able to file these cases. So, all right, I'm ready. Go ahead and start the timer.
Okay, let's start, man.
Awesome. So as I said, I'm the owner of TraceFuse. We're going to talk about what, we're going to start at the basis of what do reviews affect. So I think we all know that, when it comes to reviews, that is going to be the lifeblood of Amazon, right? Everybody that comes and purchases something from you, they're going to look at your reviews. That's just what it is. That also affects your PPC cost, your star rating, your brand image, reputation, obviously your BSR conversion rates. So once again, if you can improve your star rating and be able to get negative reviews removed, also on the other side, getting more 4s and 5-star reviews, but knocking down critical reviews is going to be a very, very big component that affects every aspect of your business. So let's talk about the devastating effects of negative reviews. So what is a critical review, right? So we'll start with the basis. So that's going to be a 1, 2, or 3-star, what Amazon considers a 1, 2, or 3-star. And the I've seen different numbers over the years, but we know that about if you remove one star, that's going to be equal to about 12 5-stars. Some people say 10 5-stars, some people say 20, but at the end of the day, Amazon weighs negative reviews, especially 1-star reviews, very differently than they do anything else. That's going to be the heaviest weighted factor when it comes to your star ratings. And dropping from a 4.3 to a 4.2, depending on the category, we've seen clients that have dropped for anywhere from 10 to 50% in sales because of that, because you lose that half a star rating. So you're down to 4 stars visually instead of 4.5. And then obviously every negative review you get, people go and look at the negative reviews, and that sometimes can make it so obviously they're not going to purchase, or they're going to give a review that they agree with a negative review, and then it starts this thing, or even worse, they're going to go in and write that it's helpful, which happens to a lot of sellers out there, right? You have a review up there, it's against Amazon's guidelines, somebody comes in and writes that it's helpful, and then it's going to be a little more difficult for you to be able to get that removed, if not impossible to get it removed. So what's not allowed, right? So a lot of people don't know this, but I'm not going to go into all of these, but really the big ones are if you mention a competitor, if you cuss, if you do any kind of hate speech, if you do mention pricing, FBA related stuff. So if something was shipped late, something was shipped broken, something was shipped used, those are all things that Amazon should be taking care of. I think we all know if you've tried to file your own cases, it can be a little bit of a challenge, but that's the master that I'm going to be giving you here, the amazing information for this hack that you guys can use and be able to file on your own. So what I'm giving up here, this is part of the hack that we're giving up. This is actually a 20-page guide on how to remove negative reviews on your own. We went ahead and did this, not only just for a lead magnet to chat with people, but also this is actually a blueprint that you can actually download for free. It doesn't cost you anything. And what will happen is this will show you exactly the emails that we use to be able to send out stuff to Amazon to be able to get reviews removed. Once again, this is, you're not going to send things to seller support anymore. We have that here in this PDF. It's a 20-page PDF you guys can download and be able to do this on your own. But of course, the next big question is like, Shane, okay, this is awesome, but how do I know what's in violation? Well, you asked. Well, you didn't really ask. I'm just kind of telling you, but you kind of asked. And so here it is. So what we've created is the Amazon Review Checker. This is a 100% free tool. So you can get the PDF for free, the 20-page document, PDF file, and then you get this for free as well. If you guys click on this link, which is the TraceFuse.ai/Amazon-review-checker, what will happen is you're going to go in and put in your ASIN. You're going to verify your email address. And what will happen is you guys will get a report that'll look just like this. And it'll actually have your specific reviews, and it'll have the exact reason why they're in violation of Amazon's guidelines. So this is 100% free. It's gratis, doesn't cost you anything. It's free 99, whatever language you speak. This doesn't cost you anything. You guys can go in, put in your ASIN. Once again, you'll get a report, and you can use this report. We also have this nice little dandy calculator. This calculator, what that means is when you click on that calculator, it's going to show you if you want to get from a 4.2 to a 4.3, you can toggle that over. It'll tell you approximately how many critical reviews you need to remove. So once again, we're giving you the keys to the castle. You guys can go in, download the PDF. You guys can also go into here.
Shane, 1 minute left.
1 minute left. Man, this goes so fast. But my big question is, why do you want to hack when you can just chill, right? What I mean by that is we're all going to give you amazing hacks, but that means you have to implement it yourself. So guess what? We've offered, you saw the offer earlier with Nick, talked about it, $500 off a lifetime monitoring. So what that means is usually we charge $750 for lifetime monitoring. That's your whole merchant token that you can monitor all of your ASINs. But we decided to, we didn't even tell Nick this, the ultimate of the ultimate hack is that we're only going to charge $1. So that dollar will actually cover every single one of your ASINs that you have under a merchant token. That is $1 that you pay one time. There's no contracts, no retainers. We're going to file cases for free, and you only pay for reviews that actually get removed. So once again, use the hack if you want to, but if not, you can come in for $1. You can click on this, or actually click on this QR code or scan it. You'll get a $749 savings, which is a pretty big savings. It only is going to cost you $1. Book a demo. I'll show you how the software works. We'll show you how we can start knocking down some negative reviews, especially with Prime Day right around the corner. So once again, you guys go ahead, take a look at, scan that QR code, and let's chat here soon.
Okay, man. You guys are starting very strong, man. Baddest hack after. Okay, guys. Now that's what I call a Godfather offer. So scan the QR code, get in chat. Follow Shane, he has a baddest newsletter, a lot of stuff, and many of you probably had no clue about what these guys were doing. So this is number 2, everyone. Shane Barker, the Godfather hack and offer. And the hack is number 2 again. Scan your ASIN for ToS-violating reviews, fast, accurate, and 100% whitehead. So that's number 2, everyone. And now let's go to Richard Starkey. Richard Starkey, number 3, how to use US tax law gray area to pay no income tax while you're scaling profitably. Okay, man. So, uh, Richard, no, please introduce yourself. And once you're ready, man, we can start the timer and we can continue with your hack.
Cool. Just making sure my screen's visible. Is that
Yeah.
showing?
Yeah, I can
Perfect.
see you, I can hear you. So
Great. Guys, a boring old accountant here. The only hack here is how to save taxes when you're scaling. We're CronosNow, e-commerce and CPG accountants. You don't need to know more about us than the fact that we'll save you some money. So I wanted to add a quick scenario. We're going to get started on the hack. Let's meet Bob. Bob sells widgets on Amazon. He made 100 grand in profits this year.
Okay, Rob, you ready, Richard? Starting?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay,
Perfect,
let's start then.
Cool. We're going to meet Bob. Bob's made 100,000 in profits this year. His accountant is using accrual basis. He's in the US. Out of that 100 grand, he used an extra 80,000 of that 100 to increase his inventory from 200 to 280. The problem comes in is that at the end of the year, out of that 100,000 profit, right, 80 grand is sitting in the balance sheet. He's only got 20,000 left in cash. His CPA then gets hold of him and says, well, Bob, you made 100,000 in profit. You got to pay 30 grand in tax. The problem is Rob's only got 20 grand in cash. A common crisis for all these sellers we work with, right? So the hack here is in the US, and this works for US residents and European or UK or Australian sellers who are using a US LLC. There's a little hack that's come out thanks to COVID, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. You're allowed to, in certain circumstances, treat your increases in inventory as an expense. Let me say that again. For the European guys, we're not used to this at all, right? But in the US, for small businesses, there's a scenario, if you lay it out correctly, that you can use your inventory as an expense when it's purchased. So in this case, Bob had 100,000 profit. Well, the inventory that would normally sit in the balance sheet would not be deductible. He can now deduct it, and therefore it's only sitting on 20,000. So in essence, we're reducing his tax from a 30,000 tax bill to a 6,000 tax bill.
Hey, Richard, sorry, I'm stopping. Are you sharing screen or are you just chatting?
Oh man, I thought I was sharing screen. That's why I asked.
Yeah. Okay, man. Okay, thanks, Pasha. Now, Pasha has the ego eye. Everybody's sleeping besides us, Pasha. So let's reset, man. Let's restart because you're not sharing. We just lost just a minute. No worries, man. You get 1 minute extra. I'm generous. I want to be close with like the tax guys. So you have 1 minute extra. Okay, man. So let's start again. Thanks, Pasha.
Thanks, Pasha. So 100 grand profit. He increased his spend on inventory by 80 grand. He therefore only has 20 grand left in the bank, even though he made 100 grand profit, right? The problem comes in, end of the year, his 100 grand is going to attract 30,000 in taxes, but he's only got 20 grand in cash. So there's this new thinking that's a bit of a gray area around hybrid basis versus cash basis in the USA for taxes. But thanks to the Jobs Act, we're able to use, in certain circumstances, inventory as a tax reduction when it's purchased. Now, the cool thing comes in is basically, if we get the right CPA with the right setup and the right understanding of this very specific set of legislation, instead of paying 30 grand in taxes on 100 grand profit, he will file his tax return on cash basis and only pay 6 grand on the 20,000 cash basis profit. Now, this doesn't change your business other than the fact that you're not going to pay 30 grand in taxes, right? The cool thing here is there's a lot of non-US people on this call, is if you are a European and you are trading through a US LLC, this can use the US tax law that allows cash basis to filter through only the 20,000 profit to your home country. So this is a very real saving. This year alone, we saved our biggest 5 clients over $8 million in taxes from this one strategy. So it works. I think I did even with the catch up here, I'm still less than 5 minutes, hopefully. A quick note, not a legal tax opinion. Don't be a dumbass, get an expert, right? The right expert. You can talk to 5 CPAs and get 10 different answers. You need to frame the question correctly, and therefore you need someone like us or a good e-commerce accountant to make sure you frame it correctly and set it up. With us, guys, if you want to just chat about taxes, jump on our website, CronosNow.com. If you're scaling to exit and you're worried about the state of your financials, you want to scan this code and get what would normally cost $1.5 grand for a health check. Cool. That's me done and dusted in the time, Nick.
Yeah, man, way ahead of time. Even with the hiccup, we're all good. So everyone, this is number 3. Richard Starkey, how to use US tax flow gray area to pay no income tax while you're scaling profitably. That's a great hack, everyone. So number 3, my favorite digit. Write it down and you can vote for Richard at the end. And now we go to number 4, Mr. Amazon European expansion, Jasa Furlan. He's our best partner in terms of expanding your brand to Amazon Europe. So this is the hack for Jasa. Forget ACoS. Here is why. Here is what 7-figure sellers actually track. So Jasa, please introduce yourself. That you're coming from the country of the biggest winners, 2 million people, Slovenia. Luka Doncic, a lot of badass guys like Jasa. So Jasa, you can do your intro, man. And once you're ready, let me know. I'm gonna turn on the timer.
Yes, Luka Doncic, right? I'm not Luka Doncic, but I am Jasa Furlan. I'm a founder of 𝗀𝗶𝗇𝗕, a full-service Amazon agency. We have, as Nick mentioned, strong focus on global expansion. I started selling on Amazon in 2013 with my own supplement brand. I've been Amazon team lead for brands in supplement categories. I started helping other brands selling on Amazon in 2016. And I helped numerous brands with selling on Amazon along the way. And here we are.
You ready with the hack, Jasa?
Yes, ready.
Okay,
ready,
okay.
Ready when you're ready.
Okay, let's start then. Let's go.
Okay. So let's first see why ACoS fails. Why ACoS is not the best metric, but I'm pretty sure that many of you are not using ACoS as a main metric anymore. So what ACoS lacks is, of course, COGS information, fees, returns, a bunch of information that are needed to calculate a good profitability, an actual profitability. It ignores organic lifts from ads and so on. And what about TaCoS? TaCoS is much better metric, but again, even TaCoS or maybe profit margins and things like that on account level, they make sense in some way. But if you manage a large catalog, how do you manage it effectively? How would you manage it in a way that you can have a quick glance and quickly find some winning products and some products that you need to just remove from catalog, and some products that you need to manage in order to work better. So we came up with something that's called profit velocity score, and this is the hack for today: profit velocity score. So profit velocity score is basically contribution margin minus TaCoS times rank velocity index. You get one number that tells you whether to scale, fix, or kill the product. And it's not as complicated as it maybe sounds at the beginning. It's really literally one formula, but you need to gather first a couple of inputs. So contribution margin, that's basically your profit per SKU divided by SKU price. Then you need TaCoS. I really hope that everybody knows how to calculate TaCoS. And then you need rank velocity index. That sounds really, really advanced, but it's really nothing special. It's actually comparison of the current ranking, organic ranking, compared to previous organic ranking. So, for example, we compare ranking in this week. We compare it to the last week. Did we grow? Did we lose some spaces? And yeah, this is how we get rank velocity index. And we basically use this formula, contribution margin minus TaCoS times rank velocity index. You get a profit velocity score. For example, we have a profit velocity score of 0.033 here for a certain product. That means 3.3%. Now, what does this number even tell us? This number tells us, first of all, if it's above 10%, that means scale the product, double down on ads, double down on inventory, and just scale the product. This product has a potential. If it's between 3 and 10%, like it was on our example, that means you probably need to do some tweaks, like bits. You need to probably play with images or pricing. So you have a product that has potential, but it's not there yet. If the product velocity score is under 3%, that means that's a cash drain. You need to pause the product or relaunch it. So you need to have a strategy, especially for this sort of products, if you want to keep selling them. If the product velocity score is negative, that means you're making a loss. You should stop selling these sort of products immediately. Or again, maybe you can do some strategy if you think this can work. So, for example, this is how the dashboard looks like. We have in first 3 rows we have week 1, and in the other 3 rows we have week 2. 3 SKUs for comparison. We added contribution margin there, revenue, ad spend, TACoS. We calculated net margin. We inserted organic ranking, and then the difference in organic ranking between week 1 and week 2. We calculated RVI and PVS scores.
Yasha, 1 minute left. 1 minute left.
1 minute left. Perfect. Yeah. And we have an action here, which tells us either to tweak the product, scale the product, or just we're making a loss and lose it. And what you can do here, if you have a huge catalog, this is the really fast way to find products that you can scale, where you can push them, make more money, and products which you can tweak and make either more money or just remove them from catalog if you don't see any potential in them. For example, this is one of the cases we had. We took 1 SKU, we added all this information, calculated PVS, made a big picture there where we find potential in the product, and we went from tweak level to scale level in a matter of 1.5 months. And you can see on the chart there how the PVS score, the blue line, went slowly up. And this is the product that became a very profitable product for a client. Once again, the calculation, so contribution margin minus TACoS times rank velocity index. You can also use for bigger weight on the rank, you can also use contribution margin minus TACoS.
Time is up. Time is up.
And also, I'm finished.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So if you want to, you can get in touch with Yasha and he can share the whole presentation. So everyone, this is number 4, Yasha for 1. Forget ACoS. Here is what 7-figure sellers actually track. Write down number 4 if you like it, and you can vote for him in the end. And now we go to number 5, Pasha, 𝗬𝗓𝗧 Knish, who spotted the Twitter is not sharing screen. So Pasha is a close friend of my partner, and I have the feeling that he's in Arizona. Am I right, Pasha? Did I get it right?
No, I'm in upstate New York.
Okay, man. So I didn't.
I wish it was a little warmer. So
okay, yeah. Okay, so tell us more about yourself, and once you're ready, let me know and we can turn on the timer.
Cool. I'll just start by sharing. 1 second. I have issues lately with my audio. So
yeah, we hear well. At least I hear you.
All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. So thanks everybody for joining. My name is Pasha. I'm the CEO and founder and chief operator of AMZ Optimized, which is a full service Amazon agency. We do content, ads, operations, strategy. I've been a seller since 2011. So I've seen the game change quite a bit, and really thankful to have the opportunity to present today a tool that I've put together called AMZ Brain. It's a V2 actually. V1, we launched that last year. It was sort of a GPT, but now we spent a bunch of time making it even better. So I'm happy to start the clock now.
Okay, man, let's start, Tash.
Awesome. So AMZ Brain is an AI-powered backend keyword optimization tool. And the purpose is to improve the SEO in the backend of your listing and just help people to become aware of issues that may be stunting growth, organic growth. And so we're kind of past the days of keyword stuffing and the old way you used to just kind of get a bunch of keywords and put it in every single field. That's what we used to do like 10 years ago, right? But the algorithm is evolving. Amazon's getting much smarter. And right now you guys have heard of Rufus and Cosmo, which is basically that Amazon's prioritizing semantic-based search and intent-driven indexing. So keyword stuffing doesn't work anymore. and valid backend attributes are becoming more essential than ever. Remember that Amazon is a search engine, very similar to Google, except people are coming there to solve a problem, real world problem that's going to deliver to their house. So the way they kind of organize their catalog is based on the information that you give it. So of course, they're going to be scanning your images and your listing and all that information, but they're looking at what you're providing in the backend to really categorize you. And even people are searching by those filters on the left-hand side. And Amazon actually hides a lot of the valid values in the browse tree guides that you could download. So there's a certain way that you have to figure out what they even want. And actually the best way at this moment is through the UI. But the manual discovery is very slow and unreliable, and uploading those spreadsheets sometimes doesn't work, as some of us might know. So backend fields, why they matter. They index your product for more relevant keywords. They improve Amazon's understanding of your product's purpose and use. It increases the potential to rank higher organically for those valuable search terms that matter and are important to and relevant to your listing, enhances long-term discoverability across search placements, and drives more conversions through better visibility. So this is what it looks like. I'm sure many of us, if we have Amazon accounts, we know and have seen that a billion times. So the solution, as I mentioned, is our V2 of AMZ Brain, which is basically a tool that will allow us to go through the mechanism of extracting the valid backend field values specific to our subcategory. Every subcategory is different. Match the impact keywords appropriate to those backend fields. So based on search volume and based on relevancy, generate a clean, optimized backend content sheet in just seconds, and then quickly scale backend SEO across your entire catalog. And this is a process that can be repeated over and over. So to get started, basically what we would ask, we have a tool, and we'll show you that in a second, but basically you'll need 3 documents. One is the valid values Amazon doc, which you get directly from Seller Central, backend field scrape doc, which you use a free tool to just go into the backend and scrape all the data and get it into an Excel sheet. And then many of us have free subscriptions or paid subscriptions, things like Jungle Scout and Helium 10. So you'll do a little bit of keyword research and get some search volumes and some relevancy scores. So this is what the tool looks like. We have a video that goes through the instructions on actually how to operate this. So basically all you do is you'll get those pieces of data, those files, you'll put in the URL to your product, whether it's on Amazon or on your website, any kind of relevant information to feed the system, and the email where you want everything to be sent, we compute it and send it over to you. And as an add-on, we'll even throw in a bunch of content for your bullet points, title, and description if you want to use that in case it's better than what you already have. So once again, optimized backend search terms are included, auto-filled valid values for your specific subcategory, all the backend keyword outputs, and clear keyword alignment. So this is a logic-driven engine. This is not just a prompt in ChatGPT. We've spent months testing and tweaking this tool, and it's definitely not perfect, but it's much closer than we were. This is a project that, if anybody has worked in software for Amazon, is extremely hard, just because there's so many.
Pasha, 1 minute left.
Almost ready, almost done. So our sequence understands the subcategory specific valid values, matches your keywords correctly, and gives you a clean, compliant, SEO-friendly content backend. So it's free for now. You can scan this QR code to get access, or you can just type in amzbrain.ai, and you'll be among the first to experience this for free. Save tons of hours. You can send this to your VA, to your team, to do it across your entire catalog. And we strongly believe that it will help you to boost your SEO and indexing. Thank you very much. Done.
Thank you, Pasha. On time, man. So everyone, this is number 5, Pasha Knish boosts your SEO with AI on AMZ, and that's why we do those hacks. Now, you guys give us 90 minutes of your time, we give you a lot of value for free, which is crazy but true. And again, number 5, Pasha Knish. Write down the number if you like it. Make sure to check out his tool after that. And now we go to the next hack. Number 6, Paula. Oh, actually, no, sorry. This is 𝗀𝗃 Cohen, an old partner of mine. So Chelsea's hack is restructuring your business to scale in 2025. So everyone, Chelsea, please introduce yourself for those who don't know you. And once you're ready, let me know and we can start the hack. Thanks, Pasha.
Awesome. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Share. All right. Yeah, so I'm 𝗀𝗃 Cohen. I started selling on Amazon in 2014. launched a software called 𝗀 and it's inventory management. It was acquired by 𝗵𝗰𝗀𝗃 in 2022. So I've been working with 𝗵𝗰𝗃 since then, really been focused on inventory management, but have been pivoting a lot to forecasting for profitability and moving into cash flow. So I've been working a lot with sellers on how to optimize the profit and the cash flow side of your business. And gonna talk to you about that specifically. All right, I'm ready to.
Okay, let's start, Chelsea. Let's go.
Awesome. All right, so when you're talking about scaling, a lot of people want to scale, but need to understand that just like sales is the equivalent of cash flow or of traffic and conversion, scaling includes profit and cash flow. So you really need to start looking at your business and structuring your business in a way that supports that. There are strategic things that you can do to work into cash flow and profit. We're going to go more deeply into cash flow, but also have some tips and some tools for profit. When it comes to cash flow, you really should be looking at your cash conversion cycle. If I can turn a profit faster than you can, if I can turn a profit every month and you turn the same profit every 2 months, I'm going to grow my business significantly faster. So you can see that on the left side and the right side, the extreme difference in scaling your business just by reorganizing your cash conversion cycle. How quickly can you turn that cash over? Here is the formula for cash conversion cycle. Days of supply, how much inventory do you have on hand? How quickly does Amazon pay you back? That's not something that we can generally control very well. And then how soon do you have to pay your vendors, your suppliers, your freight forwarders? So you can look at any one of these change will improve or hurt your cash conversion cycle. So you reduce your days of supply, that's going to change things. You increase your days payable, how often you pay your vendors. And then you can do both sides of the coin, and that's going to significantly increase your ability to scale. So one of the tactics that we have is really looking at how often do you pay your vendors, how often do you pay your suppliers, and restructuring to be able to pay them not based on simple terms, but something we call progressive payment terms. The idea is you don't want to run out of stock, but you can leverage payment terms to ensure that you are always staying in stock, but you're building a steady flow instead of these huge lump sums. So say order 3 to 4 months of stock in advance, pay your down payment on that, and then drip feed that inventory monthly into Amazon. You would pay only on that shipment. So you're ordering 4 months in advance, but you're paying that final payment on a monthly basis on the portion that's shipping. And then most often your supplier will allow you to store the remainder overseas for free. So you're not paying those extra storage fees. It really shifts the entire dynamics of your business to be able to launch products faster. So this is the same exact plan. This is the same exact product launch plan and product replenishment plan with different structures. So you can see that we have cash flow problems mid-year by continuing to sell one product and launching a second product. And you can see how changing those payment terms to pay on a monthly basis is going to significantly increase your cash flow to be able to launch more products faster and allow you to scale. Another quick tip is to look at your credit card statements, adjust the billing cycle so that you're paying your statement ends right before you're being charged your advertising bills, for example. That's going to extend your days to pay that bill and also can significantly adjust the cash flow. I know I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to mention these really quick. Aged inventory, my favorite report is the FBA inventory report. Gives you how much inventory you have and how many days of supply you have so that you can start to target the products that you're overstocked on and reduce your the impact of the inventory you have.
You'll see 1 minute left.
Okay, cool. We've worked with sellers to do this. I wanted to quickly throw up this resource. I've put together a comprehensive workbook of how to improve your cash flow. We do a free audit. So if you're interested in your liabilities and in improving your ability to have better cash flow, have better profit, all of that is done within this resource. You scan that code. I'm also looking for a couple of people to work with directly. So answer a couple questions. I might end up reaching out to you and working with you to improve your profit, improve your ability to scale, and go over some additional tools that we have. That's it. Last piece is we do have some free optimization tools. So if you want to scan that QR code, we have size tier optimizer, optimizing your carton configuration to reduce your holding fees. And then we have a tariff calculator to calculate your tariff liabilities and your promo fees with the new Amazon promo structure.
Okay,
So
that's great, Chelsea. Another free stuff, everyone. And I should start charging for this webinar. You guys are making it too valuable to be for free. Hey, so everyone, this is Chelsea Cohen, number 6, restructuring your business to scale in 2025. So write down numbers if you like the hack, and you will be able to vote in probably 30-40 minutes. So thanks again, Chelsea. Great hack as always. And now we go to number 7. Number 7 is Paula de la Vega. Tariffs got you cornered. It's time to cross the pond. Okay, let's see which pond is Paula talking about. So Paula, please tell us more about yourself, what you guys do at Toucan, and once you're ready, let me know. I'm gonna start the timer.
Thanks, Nick. Hi, everyone. I'm Paula. I'm client director at Toucan eCommerce. So I predominantly oversee the NAM marketplaces. At Toucan, we're a full funnel advertising agency. So we support clients all across the world, including advertising, catalog, P&Ls, content, you name it, we do it. So today I'm going to be speaking about pretty much the issues and the conversations that we've had with our clients, our US clients, based on tariffs and how we can help you scale your business while keeping your margins strong. So I'm ready, Nick.
Okay, thank Paula. Vamos, let's go.
Let's go. So today specifically, when we're talking about margins, I'm going to be talking about price points. The first kind of sentiment that we're getting from most of our clients is a lot of panic, what to do short-term and long-term. I just want to let you know you're not alone. Everyone's on the same boat. So the best thing to do is to take a back seat and look at the situation objectively. So the first approach that you want to look at is your short-term approach. And this is really looking at your US business individually, specifically with price points. So since everyone's looking to hike up their prices to kind of protect their margins, it's okay to increase your pricing. It just depends on how you're increasing your pricing. So you might not want to be the first one to raise your prices within the US marketplace. So what we suggest to do is to really take a deep dive into your P&L and look at the areas of opportunities of how you can slowly increase your pricing through time. When I mean slowly, that means in the next 3 months, how you can incrementally increase those pricings so your search doesn't get suppressed, or your buy box, given that you're selling in different retailers, and how you don't lose your organic rank. So this is definitely something that you should look at, especially because there's a big area of opportunity here, because you might have products that you already needed to increase pricing on prior to the tariffs. So this is a really good opportunity to push those SKUs into a higher margin. Now, when we're talking about the long-term approach, and this is really when we're looking at long-term success, this is crossing the pond. And when I mean going global, I mean specifically in Europe. So we're looking at the EU and the UK. So if you haven't expanded yet, just for you to get an idea of what that looks like, that's 450 million new customers you could reach. The main benefit here is when we're talking about tariffs, importing into Europe comes with way lower tariffs or none at all, depending on where you're sourcing from. So this is a big win, immediate win when you're scaling into a global business. So definitely you can protect your margins, reach new customers, and expand your brand without starting from scratch. What I mean by not starting from scratch is, first of all, you already have the data that you have in your US business that you can use to expand certain products into different marketplaces. Just to get an idea, you should definitely run a different P&L based on the different fees that you would get into different marketplaces, whether you're using pan-EU or a specific market, for example, Germany. So just to take a previous client into account, this client was in the Manuka honey category. So when we're looking at price points, the average shopper in the US was willing to purchase about $50 worth of Manuka honey versus in Germany, where the average price point people were purchasing was 160 euros. So that is a huge margin you can win depending on which category you're
Paula,
in.
are you sharing screen because we're not seeing any? No, okay, good.
No, just talking. It's just me.
Okay, good. So no screen sharing, guys. So
no screen sharing
either. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just definitely a big opportunity to look at kind of that deep dive into the market research, whether it's the UK, Italy, Spain, Germany. There's big areas of opportunities depending on which products you're selling. So what we're offering here today for you guys is the first 5 people to either email me at Paula at toucanecommerce.com. You can shoot me an email through LinkedIn or just find us directly into our website. We'll do a deep dive into your US P&L and the potential of expanding certain ASINs into different marketplaces. That's where you can hike up kind of your price points and kind of gain profit there. Again, this is for long-term success. So we can do, I would suggest using kind of this 2-step approach, short-term and long-term, and view it as a unified business model. So you're looking at a P&L that includes all marketplaces, so you can kind of not feel such hurt from the tariffs in your US.
Paula, 1 minute left.
I'm done, actually.
Okay, good. So, vamos to Europe, guys. Now, it's great for vacation, but it's even better for business. Now, many of you did not know, but Europe is a 900 billion market. Yeah, actually, that's bullshit, man. I just told that at the beginning of the webinar. I forget what I'm talking about, but that's very true. So, this is number 7, guys. Jump the pump, but not only for vacation. Do it to make some money. So, number 7. Paula, Vega, Tariffs got you cornered. It's time to cross the pond. If you like the hack, vote for it at the end, and you can get in touch with Paula and their team to see what you guys can do abroad. So now we go to one baddest hacker who couldn't join for whatever reason, but now he's here. Colin Raja, number 8. What's killing your sales? 2 data-driven hacks to catch it before it's too late. So Raja, Colin, man, you're wife, man.
So much crazy hacks are going on here. Thanks, everybody, man. I'm learning so much. All right, by the way, I'm Colin Raja. I've been in the space for almost 12 years. I'm going to quickly share the screen and so that I can talk about it. Oh, shit. Hold on a second. So that
tell me when you're ready and we can start the timer.
Oh, sure. Okay. I've been in the space for the last 12 years right now. Can I do multitasking anymore, man? I'm tough. All right. 12 years right now. I built it like a 2-7-figure business. So last year we made like a crazy decision saying that as an entrepreneur, we wear like a multiple hats. We decided to do just launch. We did like close to 150 products launch and relaunch from 2024 till right now. What I'm going to share with you right now, all the things, it's just to prevent what happened with the most of the brands by doing all the 360 data checkpoints actually at this point. So let's go into that. This hacks helped me to save this brand from $60,000 to $500,000 launch actually.
Let's go, Colin.
7, yeah. All right, let's go. So you might have an experience of like seeing this before, right? Let me see why it's not going. Okay, you've seen this before. Your product was selling really good. All of a sudden, sales stink. Month by month, your product was sales like going down by down. After we tracking so much things, if your keyword, you will able to see this one actually. The first week of your the keyword, you'll automatically lose like a 10% of the keyword. Second week, you lose like 20% of keyword. Third week, you lose like a 30% of keyword. In a month, 3 months, 4 months down the line, what happened is you were selling like close to 100, 120 sales. You all of a sudden selling like a 50 units or 10 units or 20 units a day. So you'll be like, oh my God, I was selling really great. I have no idea what happened. This has happened to me actually. So I have dealt with so many cases. We fix multiple cases like this. This is where before and this is where we fix after that. most of the time what happens is it's like backend optimization. The backend data, which is not aligned with your browse node, which is not aligned with your category. These are the common issue what's happening across the universe right now, across the Amazon space at this point. If you don't know, Amazon right now, there is few black hats is going on at this point. There are few Chinese sellers, Chinese service offering to mess up your backend. How this happening? They hijack your foreign ASIN, mess up your attributes. Once they mess up your attributes, what happens is like it automatically get into your Amazon.com as well if you don't fill that all the attributes right. So because of that, there are 7 attributes. No, I'm talking about like a 4 most important critical things which you need to be take care at this point. This will saves you a tons of money, guys. So backend optimization is super mandatory for you. So the most important thing is your browse node, product type, item type, DOW, GL, refinements and attributes. Here it's most important thing, but it's not like a impact you like crazily. So we found out after 350 data checkpoints, if this is are getting impacted, what I was showing you, this is happening in your business actually. So what you need to do is like if any time that your product was selling good and it was falling down, make sure that check these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 point, and you will able to find out what exactly the answer is. How after what we fix it, after we fix this issue, is still not able to get that back. And what we did is like we take like a couple of purchase intent keyword, run the PPC launch, then we were able to get to here. We require all these products. This product specifically, they were like had 290 keywords they ranked for. After they got hacked, they were able to. They were only ranked for only like 50 keywords. And after we fixed the backend, we were able to get back like almost like 270 keywords. This is what it is. If you need to do this backend optimization, it's a little bit tricky, and I put together the document. It's just a pure SOP. You can download this SOP and then just do what you need to do. And if you still have a trouble, you can schedule a call with me, and I'm happy to help. Since I have 1 more minute, I'm gonna quickly share one more thing. What we are right now is like a dynamic re-ranking model. What is this more important is like your GL, DOW, browse node, product type, item type. It has to be aligned. It doesn't matter whether you give away like 100 units, 1,000 units, or whether you did like a too much add to carts or whatever. If your backend is not aligned properly, you're probably not able to rank at all. I promise you on that one. Take a note of it. And before we have like a keyword semantic keyword mapping, that's what we have. Before we have like a relevancy model. Right now, what we have is like a multi-model semantic mapping alignment. Your keyword needs to be aligned with your images, your videos, and also your reviews. Q&A needs to be aligned. Then you get index for it. And after that, hyper engagement metrics is the most important thing per keyword aspect of it. And use your higher purchase intent to rank. That will help you to rank your browse keyword, and that will give you like a higher relevancy, and that will give you a better CPC. That will give you like a higher keyword ranking. That's it, guys. I mean, if you guys, this is a SOP, clear SOP to download, and this is exactly, if you're not able to figure it out, call me. I'm happy to help. That's it. I don't have fancy slides.
Yeah, man, that was quick. You had like 30 more seconds. So everyone, this is Colin Raja. This is number 8. What's killing your sales? 2 data-driven hacks to catch it before it's too late. So vote for Colin if you write it at the end. And we're gonna send somebody else know, we're gonna send the recording to everybody tomorrow so you can get in touch with our speakers and you can chat more, get the full presentation, or do whatever you want, guys, with them. So now we go to the next one. Thanks, Colin. Now we go to number 9. Let's see who is number 9. Okay, number 9 is Stephanie from the Titan Network. Stephanie, tariff mitigation strategies. Okay, Stephanie.
You nailed it before we started, man.
I'm gonna break my tongue if you win, and if I need to say your name again, I'm gonna break my tongue. So, Stephanie, please tell us more about yourself, what you do, and once you're ready, let me know when you're gonna start the timer.
All right, sweet. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, I see your screen.
Cool. Let me get this into a slideshow format like a professional. All right, guys. I am Stephanie 𝗀𝗃𝗃. I run business development and strategic partnerships for Titan Network. Titan overall has a massive ecosystem of community, and we have a services agency for PPC and everything like that. We have a full tool suite great events, all that good stuff. So I've been an Amazon seller since 2018. I've been a Titan member and mentor since it started in 2019. Previously led e-commerce M&A, so very familiar with exits and how cash flow should look to get the most money for your business. Originally, I was going to be talking about tariff mitigation strategies. I'm still going to be talking about that, but it's more in a cash flow, future-proofing of your business type of format, because if you know what your numbers are doing, you know how to prepare for anything that happens in the next 90 days, if there's another, ego war and things like that. So if my timer hasn't started, please go ahead and do it. Just
Stephanie,
quick
ready?
overview.
You're starting?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's start then.
All right, so we all know these things. Revenue is a vanity metric. Profit is not cash flow, and cash flow is what keeps your business alive and puts money in the bank. So terms I want to go over with you guys. Gross revenue, that's what is coming in before you have any discounts, promos, anything like that. Total net revenue is the revenue after promos, discounts, and refunds. And then the most important things I want to talk contribution margin 1, 2, and 3 broken down. What that means is contribution margin 1 is profit after landed costs, raw materials, anything like that. Contribution margin 2 is your profit after your landed COGS and your fulfillment fees, your AWD fees, anything like that. Promotionals like lightning deal fees, anything like that. And then your contribution margin 3 is your profit after landed costs, all of the fees, and your paid media, which leaves you with your net profit, which is after all of your expenses have been incurred. So contribution margins should look like this. When you have contribution margins, it's the profit after all the variable costs. The CM1 should be net revenue minus landed costs. CM2 is your CM1 minus fulfillment, like I just spoke of, and CM3 is CM2 minus paid media. Setting targets for each one will let you know how optimized and profitable you are. So Amazon-based targets, CM1 target should be 70%. CM2 should be 35%, and CM3 should be around 20%, ideally 25%. These are what that means in layman's terms. Your COGS should be between 20 and 30% of your total revenue. Fees should be 15 to 25%. Commission fees should be 15%. Those fulfillment fees and commission fees both sit in the CM2. And then your paid media, which is your PPC and everything, should be between 10 and 18%. The lower your CM3 is, the lower your net profit is, and the less cash flow that you have, which is why this is so important. So there's only a few ways to increase your CM1, and it's increasing your price, decreasing what you pay your suppliers, decreasing your shipping, and decreasing what you pay for duties per unit. So to tactically do that, you can test pricing, you can decrease the price you pay per unit by negotiation, finding cheaper suppliers, and eliminating packaging costs that aren't adding any value to your clients or anything like that. And then decreasing your price that you pay for shipping. So maybe optimizing how many units are in a box or a carton, working with your freight forwarder, reducing the number of times that you ship, kind of like how Chelsea mentioned earlier. If you strategically do things, you can increase that CM1, and then fully prepped shipments at the factory so that you don't have a middleman in between, and then decreasing any prices you pay for duties. That's not necessarily the greatest thing that we've been going through lately, but ensuring that your HS codes are correct, but you can find, workarounds that work for everybody that stay within, legal boundaries. CM2, gross profit. There's only 3 ways: decreasing your pick and packs, decreasing marketplace referral fees, and decreasing your storage fees and 3PLs. All improvements to a CM1 also improve CM2, because if your stuff is smaller, right, then you end up having less storage space utilized. So this is the place I wanted to focus on the most, because future-proofing these numbers help you kind of protect yourself against any kind of tariff that might increase over time. So number 1, pick and pack fees. The problem is increasing charges based on the size tier. The fix is repackaging or redesigning to drop down a tier. Even a little inch or a little couple of grams can save you up to $1 per unit. Monthly storage fees, high storage costs, especially for slow moving inventory. Fix is third-party bulk storage, only sending inventory to FBA in 60 to 90-day batches. Peak Q4 storage fees, the problem is it spikes dramatically. The fix would be to replenish FBA more frequently in small batches during Q4, and to utilize...
1 minute left.
Whoo, that's so fast. All right. I'm going to fly through this a little bit faster. Low inventory levels. Amazon charges for keeping too low. Maintain a buffer stock and replenish as fast as you can in small places. And then aged inventory fees that have aged over 181 days. Forecast better and proactively discount or liquidate slow movers before they reach the age threshold. And then inbound placement service fees, splitting shipments. That's a big one. Use strategic shipping locations and weigh the cost against the inbound fees and consider shipping directly to reduce those, and also utilizing AWD as your bulk storage solution to avoid those placement fees altogether. So the only way to increase your CM3 is to decrease your tacos. Obviously, that is PPC methodology. And if you want to learn how Titan can help you scale your business in all the different ways that we have to offer, including our tool suite that comes with a membership that breaks all of this down for you once you connect your API, then you can know exactly how each of your SKUs are doing on a profitability basis. And then you'll be well prepared for any future tariff that comes your way. So scan, learn more, talk to me about how we can help you scale your business sustainably. And that's it.
Thank you, Stephanie. So everyone, this is number 9, Stephanie 𝗙𝗃𝗃, tariff mitigation strategies. Vote for her if you like it. And thank you again, Stephanie. And now we go to number 10, John Aspinall, one of the coolest guys that has never been a speaker on my hack series. So, John, you ready, man?
Cool.
Okay.
You guys can see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Awesome. It's not going to take 5 minutes. You can go ahead and start the clock now.
Okay, man.
It's going to be
Let's
quick.
start.
John Aspinall, brand evangelist at PickFu, founder and CEO of Aspi. Biggest thing we're talking about today is understanding your ICP and your audience. So random product here, Primal Queen. If this was your product, are you showing what needs to be shown? Are you showing the people? A lot of times you're not able to have real photos. You have to use stock photos. Are you using the proper stock photos? And with this tool, you're able to do it. So it is a really, really, really comprehensive Claude prompt. Now you'll see here when it's ran inside this, what you're able to get is qualitative, quantitative data on who that ICP is. So you might think you know who your product's for or geared towards, and you might find out otherwise through the data. So you can see right here, this product on this ASIN is mainly geared towards 32 to 42-year-olds, this kind of person, this kind of income, this kind of geographic. So this really robust prompt goes all the way down into what kind of education, what are their core values, what are their lifestyles, daily routines, behavioral patterns, what's their purchase journey, what is their media consumption. And it even goes into the fact where it can build out the personas. So you can see over here, this is Sarah Chen, 39, from Plano, Texas, and here's her income. So the reason why this is good is because it allows you to understand when you're building out your PDPs, when you're building out your image stacks, are we showing what needs to be shown for the customers to click and convert? Well, more on this one to convert. But you can see daily snapshot, living lifestyle. Now what you can do from this, and it keeps on going on and on into Persona 2, into Persona 3. So it really gives you that, and then even gives you strategic recommendations. So, okay, where you should potentially position for Instagram, for TikTok, for Amazon, that's kind of a throwaway. But what the real meat and potatoes is of this is you might find when you run this prompt that you take a look at your actual listing in PDP back here, maybe we're missing the mark over here. But what you're able to get from this is if you're really tripling down on AI, and this is a really crappy way of looking at it, but you could put a prompt in here and say, show me that ICP. Now, there's a lot better ways that you can format these prompts and really make them look more visual, but this is a real good gut check to say, is this resonating with what we currently have right here? And if it's not, you may want to think about changing it. So this is a really good one. I've actually done this with another one here as well for beef tallow. When Claude wants to work, here you go right here. So you can see it gives you all those ICPs, everything like that. And so it's a real good gut check to see, are we saying, so this is 32 to 42-year-old, 72% female, what kind of income level, pricing, all that kind of good stuff. Now, if you guys want that, I have nothing really to sell you right now, but you can go and just email me, john@goaspi.com, and I will go ahead and send you that comprehensive prompt with the full caveat that you must be on a Claude account that's paid in order to do it in a Claude project. This does not work in Gemini. This does not work in ChatGPT. This does not work in Grok or whatever else you're playing with. And yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, man, that was quick, and you're probably the first one ever talking about Quote, this French guy who people don't talk enough about. Okay, guys, so this is this is John Aspinall, number 10, and I strongly recommend that you guys follow John on LinkedIn because this hack is the least that you can get from him. He shares daily best content. So number 10, everyone, John Aspinall, vote for him if you like it. If not, follow him on LinkedIn. You're gonna get a ton of other hacks. So let's go to the next one. 11, 𝗵𝗰𝗶𝗶𝗍𝗕, optimizing for Amazon Cosmos and Rufus. Another AI close peep of mine. Hey Abba, this time is not Max who is almost always winning. So let's see if Abba is gonna win it for eComtent. So please introduce yourself, and once you're ready, we're gonna start the timer.
Thank you, Nick. Thanks for having me here. No pressure in replacing Max on this. So I'm Abba, head of strategy for Azema. We're helping brands optimize for AI-powered search. And today I will be sharing 5 steps to optimize your product listings and make sure they are recommendation worth for Amazon Cosmos and Amazon Rufus. Before I jump into that, I will share a little bit more about Amazon Cosmos and Amazon Rufus. Nick, you can start my clock if you want.
Okay, let's start.
Okay, perfect. So Rufus, why do we care? What is Rufus? What's Cosmos? So Mr. Jeff Bezos here believes that customers are always unhappy, that we are always looking for something better, even if we don't know that. That's where Rufus comes in. Rufus offers a superior customer experience. We have an example here of someone that's buying a massage chair. He cares about quality, comfort, and the reviews. He doesn't care about price. Amazon Rufus is able to provide you with a specific product that checks all your boxes, as opposed to the traditional way of searching, where you would spend half an hour, 2 hours researching for chairs and comparing all the different products. How many shoppers are using Rufus at the moment? We did the maths and we calculated that about 14% of Amazon users are using Rufus, and it's in beta phase, so it's just gonna go up from here. What about Cosmos? Cosmos is Amazon common sense algorithm. Cosmos tracks user behaviors, creates a knowledge base, and then loops in human feedback into that. What does that mean in practice? Cosmos is able to understand intent. So it's not just keywords, it's what you actually want. It's able to provide better recommendations for what you're asking. You have an example here of a pregnant woman that is looking to buy shoes. The algorithm here, Amazon will be able to recommend sleep-resistant shoes because it understands that a pregnant woman needs sleep-resistant shoes. That will make the product search better and higher chances that she converts. Amazon has been testing Cosmos for months, doing a lot of A/B tests, and conversions are higher when it's intent-based. So how do we future-proof our product listings? How do we optimize for this intent-based search? We have our own technology, our own patent that I will share here in a product listings. Can you see my screen? Can you see my eContent screen?
Yes, I do.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so let's start with title. The title should mention, obviously, the product type, the key features, and the use cases. And then we move on to the bullet points. Use the 5 bullet points. Bullet points should start with the feature, moving on to the benefit of the product and the scenario. Who can use it? Where can I use it? How can I use it? Description. The description here will be answering questions. Remember, it's intent-based. So description, you'll be answering questions. You should anticipate the questions that your clients might ask. So in the description, we want to expand on who, when, and the why of the product. A good trick here to help you write the description is use FAQs. Keywords, one of my colleagues here mentioned, we don't stuff keywords anymore. We don't repeat keywords in our copy. We want keywords to be intent-based and prioritize long tail keywords. Then moving on to the images here. AI can read and understand images. So we want to make sure that we have images of our products that are clear. We want to have lifestyle images with the clear image of the product central. We want to have infographics. We want to have measurement image. We want to have image that mention the features of our product and high definition as well, so AI can read it. And last but not least, I think I'm gonna have plenty of time. If anyone needs help with optimizing for AI, we are giving a free audit today, and it's essentially access to the dashboard here. That is loading, of course.
No worries, you have 1 minute left.
Okay, perfect. Of course, it's going to take a long time. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we have the dashboard. It's free for anyone in the call today. So you have all your listings, your key listings, the ones that need the most attention when we are providing all the Cosmos score and IDQ scores. So if you need help understanding how your products are ranking for Cosmos and essentially AI, this is free today. You can go to the website, econtent.ai pricing, and just get started.
Thank you, Abba. So everyone, this is 𝗵𝗰𝗇𝗵𝗵𝗍 from eContent optimizing for Amazon, Cosmos, and Rufus, number 11, everyone. So if you like the hack, you can vote for Abba in a few minutes. So thanks again, Abba. And now we go to number 12, Leslie Hensel, the winner of the last hack series. And her hack today is an apple a day for your account health. Fix your worst ASIN. So, hey, Leslie.
Hey, everyone. Thanks so much for having me back.
Yeah, you're welcome. You won it, so there is no choice. If you win, you have to come back. You have no choice. But please, for those who don't know you, tell them about yourself, what you guys do in Riverbend, and once you're ready, we can turn on the timer again.
Great. So my name is Leslie Hensel. I'm co-founder of Riverbend Consulting. I've actually been an Amazon seller myself for 15 years, since 2010. And at Riverbend, we help people with account suspensions, ASIN suspensions, brand registry issues. Anytime Amazon is giving you a really hard time, we've got your back. That's what we do every day, the frustration of Amazon. So I'm ready to go, Nick.
Okay, let's go, Leslie.
Okay, so account health is not everyone's favorite topic. It's kind of boring and doesn't seem very hackalicious, but I'm going to try and make it hackalicious today because account health issues go hand in hand with killing your profitability. And here is why. Everyone has one worst ASIN in their account. Even if you only sell 2 things, you have one worst ASIN. Why? Because it is your returns, it's your complaints, and it's your bad reviews. So it's hurting your sales, and it's also killing your profitability because of the high number of returns. So if you fix your worst ASIN all the time, it lowers your risk of ASIN suspension, which also protects your account. It reduces your returns, the most important thing, and it improves your reviews. So overall, your margins are better and you're not in Amazon's crosshairs. So how do you fix your worst ASIN? That's what we're here to find out. How do you fix it? It's very simple. Start by looking at voice of the customer. I know voice of the customer is frustrating because it has all kinds of garbage information, but there are nuggets in there that will tell you, hey, you have a problem with this particular ASIN. Read your product reviews. That will obviously show up problems, but then the most important thing is to download your returns report. You have to do a little massaging on that returns report. You need to sort it by the ASIN. Then you need to delete reasons that aren't your fault for the returns. So for example, bad address, accidental order, those kinds of things have nothing to do with you. but bad product description, that's on the seller. Wasn't what I expected, switcheroo, that's on the seller. Once you've done that, figure your actual return rate. So you're going to compare the number of returns on each ASIN to how many you sold and look for trends. When you put all this information together, a voice of the customer, your reviews, and your returns report, you choose which do you think is your worst ASIN. So then what do you do with this information? Well, usually the fixes are pretty easy. Sometimes they're not. But sometimes all you need to do is edit your product description. People aren't understanding what the product actually is. You need a size chart. You need something that just makes it clear what they're getting. Or you work with your manufacturer because the seals on your product aren't any good and they're popping off and it's moldy inside. Ask my client who was selling moldy vitamins about that. Or you need to improve your product handling. How you're shipping it to the warehouse or direct to the customer. Are you having it in great shape? Is it really protected in the box? And then here's where the magic happens for a seller. Once you've got this process down, you teach it to someone else. So you do it yourself, then you create an SOP and you assign a VA or some other assistant in your business to serve up the information to you. So you always want to be doing this. You never stop this process. Once you've fixed one ASIN, then you still have a worst ASIN in your account. So go search for that and fix it too. Now, I know this does not sound sexy or fun, but I promise you, this has saved some of my clients hundreds of thousands of dollars. I had a guy selling Nike clothing, for example, who had neglected his returns report. He wasn't looking at it at all. So we were like, what is going on in your account? There's something really weird. Your returns rate overall is like through the roof. So we did the sorting of the returns report I was talking to you about.
Leslie, 1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Great. Almost every single item in this one line of clothing showed up as too small. So every single buyer was saying, this is too small. Why wasn't he paying attention? Because y'all, it is more fun to find and develop cool products than to look at these reports. And that's why you create the SOP, you teach it to a VA, and then they can serve the data to you so you can fix that next worst ASIN in your account. So that's it for me. I hope this is useful. And please scan the QR code to pop on over to my LinkedIn and follow, because I've got content all the time for sellers like you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Leslie, and everyone. Again, we're gonna share the recording tomorrow with everybody. You can rewatch your favorite hacks. We're gonna have like fast forward links to each one, the contacts of the people that are chatting this, so you can follow them. I strongly recommend that. This would be probably the best hack on top of that, because you can get daily content. If you guys are lazy, like myself, you can subscribe for my newsletter and you can get the summary of the best hacks and LinkedIn posts weekly. And again, this is number 12. Leslie, the winner from our previous hack series. So let's see if she's gonna win it today. Leslie can sell 𝗓𝗄𝗧 for account health. Fix your worst ASIN. Thank you again, Leslie. And now we go to number 13, Daniel Borsch, my favorite number 13. I used to be number 13 in school, so I love it. So Daniel, tell us about yourself and tell us about your hack. Answer Seller Center customer support emails in 5 seconds in any language. So this is number 13, everyone. Daniel, welcome, and tell us more about yourself. And once you're ready, we're gonna turn on the timer.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Nick. So my name is Daniel. I'm from Sweden. I used to be an Amazon seller, started out in 2015, sold until 2021. Throughout my days, I sold around 300,000 or 400,000 units on Amazon, both in US and also in Europe. Amazon got me to live my life. I was a digital nomad, traveled around the world, lived in a bunch of different places. But since 2022, I'm now in the software service provider business, where me and our other co-founder, Eric, are developing this analytics tool, which we call 𝗵𝗰. So with that, Nick, I'm happy to start. Let me share my screen with you guys.
Okay, man, let's go.
All right. I don't have a fancy presentation, so I'll do a live demo instead. Fingers crossed nothing breaks. So yeah, 𝗵𝗰.com is our website, where we have 𝗵𝗰 is an analytics tool. We have a bunch of different features in 𝗵𝗰. everything from sales, inventory, returns. But the one feature that I like to focus on today is the feature we call Assistant, which is an AI emailing tool which integrates with Seller Central. So I'm hopping over to Seller Central. I'm sure you're all familiar with this view. This is the buyer-seller messaging page. I'm going to pull up some of our demo messages. Now, once you have a Fluvia account and you install Fluvia Assistant, which is a Chrome plugin, you'll see this nice looking button down at the bottom titled AI Response. And as you can guess, if you press it, our tool will, with the help of AI, ChatGPT as the engine, write a perfectly good reply to your customer message. It will do so in 5 seconds, roughly, depending on complexity, and it will do so in any language. So if we hop over to Dinda, she has messaged us in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, I don't read Spanish, but our AI certainly does. So if I hit AI Response, Fluvia Assistant will recognize the language of the customer and reply accordingly. Now, if we translate this, right, I should say this, in addition to replying to the customer's native language, Fluvia will also provide a translation in English so that we, or at least I, know what I'm replying to Dinda. If we translate Dinda's message, Amazon will tell us that she's asking about our supplement pills. She's asking how big these pills are, because sometimes she has difficulty swallowing large pills. Now, let's take a look at the reply that we generated. Fluvia Assistant is saying that the pills are 1/2 inch in size, and Assistant is able to know this because I've told Assistant this information related to the product. So in the Fluvia dashboard, heading over to the Assistant page, the user is able to create documentation. I'm going to move this over here. So here I've created a simple document explaining the pill size. I titled it Size of Pills, and I wrote each pill is 1/2 inch in size. I connected this document to the specific ASIN that I want this to be related to. And when I get a message for that ASIN related to pill size, Assistant will know exactly what to reply. And note as well that I wrote this piece of instruction in English, but Assistant utilizes this information when replying in Spanish. So when you're expanding from, let's say, US to European countries, it's rather difficult to keep tabs of all the languages, French, German, Swedish, what have you, Italian, but Fluvia Assistant will make this a breeze. So no matter which country you expand to, you'll always have perfect customer support messages. So yeah, really utilizing the messages or the instructions on the Fluvia dashboard, you can tailor your reply really as you see fit. So if you see a pattern when it comes to customer support messages, if there's a specific issue that your customers are seeing often, then you can tailor your instructions so that the Assistant knows exactly what it's dealing with. You can add FAQs, instructions, even product descriptions. An Assistant will read them through in milliseconds, really, before generating the actual reply. And if you have some unique questions in your email, you also have this neat little tool, which is a instant instruction. So here the customer is asking, how long does it take to ship? I have instructions
Daniel,
in the dash.
1 minute left.
Thank you. I have instructions in dashboard saying that all FBA orders ship within 72 hours. But if I also want to mention FBM, I can simply write super quick FBM, let's say FBM orders. FBM orders 80 hours, and Assistant will understand these mini instructions right away and include those in the message. So again, if you're dealing with a lot of customer support messages, I used to have 40 to 50 every day. This tool will really make this task a breeze. You can either do it yourself just by clicking a button, or you can delegate this to your VA. Anybody here listening to this webinar, we'd be happy to give you a month for free. Simply head over to 𝗵𝗰. There's a 14-day free trial, all features unlocked. And if you then contact us, simply mention Nick or this webinar, and we'll be happy to, again, offer you a month for free, all features in 𝗵𝗰 unlocked. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. That was 5-minute sharp like an AI tool or a guy who has an AI SaaS. So everyone, this is number 13. Daniel Boros answers Server Center customer support emails in 5 seconds in any language. Super valuable if you guys want to go to Europe and in general. So again, number 13, everyone. 2 more hacks and we're ready to do the voting. So thank you, Daniel, again. And now we go to one of my oldest partners, 𝗕𝗘𝗦𝗧, number 14, scaling sales to the stars on Amazon and beyond with brand expand. So 𝗕𝗘, welcome, man. Please introduce yourself for those who don't know, and once you're ready, let me know, and I'm gonna start the timer.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Nick. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can see your
Okay.
screen.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so my name is 𝗕𝗘𝗦𝗧. I'm CEO and founder of Brand Expand. I've been selling online since about 2014, which seems like a lifetime ago. The hack that I'll show you, I wish I had this back 10 years ago. It would save me like literally weeks of time. So yeah, we started Brand Expand back in December of 21, around the time I exited my brand and rolled the proceeds into the software. Since starting Brand Expand, we've done over 10,000 launch campaigns, over 1 million orders placed through our shopper network. We had 1.3 million monthly visits to our deal site where our campaigns are shown to all of our buyers. And then 50 million in sales boosted for agencies and sellers since 21. Average return on ad spend is 2 to 15x, and top 10% of campaigns, if they listen to what we tell them to do, they usually see a 15 to 45x ROAS. So check out our software. I'll show you at the end. You can click a QR code and check us out. But yeah, with that, I'm ready to start.
Okay, let's go, 𝗕𝗘.
Okay, so the hack is going to be AI. Of course, what else will we be talking about these days? So AI-driven keyword fusion hack. So this is going to be multiple prompts that you're going to use in my favorite, which is ChatGPT. And we're going to go through a series of them to really dive into your competitors, pull recommended keyword phrases, and then roll it into images, and then actually use the Brand Expand software to further optimize your keywords and everything else. So the idea of this is to rank higher, spend less, get higher return on ad spend, and really speak the customer's language, because you really want to dive in and make sure that you're using reviews to speak the language and not just keyword mining from your competitors. And that's what we're going to do in this hack. So 5-step process. Step 1 is to find your competitors. Specifically, you're going to pull your top 5 competitors, and then you're going to extract what we call voice of customer, the reviews and insights from these competitors. And step 3, we're going to convert phrases into long tail keywords for copy and creatives. And step 4, this is where the real magic happens. We're going to create Canva editable images based on AI feedback. And then a bonus step is using buyer feedback from our software to recommend product listing and physical product improvements. So there's going to be a lot of content here. I recommend just doing a quick screenshot of these next couple of slides so you can try these different prompts. And again, we're going to use these in succession. So you're going to start with these first 2 prompts. I recommend using ChatGPT deep research on these first 2 because it's really going to set the precedence for these other prompts. And you really want a lot of comprehensive feedback from AI to build onto these prompts. So the first one, we're going to find top 5 competitors based on the ASIN that you enter here. You can just use this exact prompt. The second prompt is going to be extracting the voice of the customer. So analyze top 100 Amazon verified reviews for these competitors. Give me what they love, what they hate, suggestions on what they wish they had. And again, use the deep research, and it's going to pull a comprehensive list here. And I'll show you an example of all of this in a second. This is some of the sample output. I'm not going to go over all of this, but you can see pros, cons, and suggestions from that prompt. And the example we're running through is an actual example that we ran through our software, and we actually tested with this. It's a pre-workout supplement, just if you're wondering where this is all coming from. Step 3, again, this is the 3rd prompt in the series, convert phrases into long tail keywords. So the prompt is combine all of these extracted customer phrases, generate long tail keywords, that potential buyers might search for and group them into problem solving, benefits, emotional appeal, trending terms, right? So you're really speaking the customer's language by extracting all of this and putting it into a prompt and extracting it. And then the next one is really cool when you start suggesting Canva editable images based on recommendations. So AI now has a series of prompts and feedback and a lot of information and data on your top competitors. And now you're saying, based on this feedback, identify keywords, suggest visual content ideas that resonate with customer desires, and create a bunch of different image ideas. And then from that, you can actually create images. This is an actual image created by AI, which is pretty insane how far it's come. The prompt is create visual mockups of these images and A+ content that are editable in Canva, use best practices, et cetera, et cetera. Click here to open this image. So if you click on this, you actually open in Canva. You can swap the product image with your own product. You can edit the text and optimize the image. Okay, the last one is using our software. So in our software, I'm actually gonna jump really quick over here. So this is what our software looks like. When you do a product launch, you're gonna drive sales, which are shown here. These are real sales, boosting market.
1 minute left.
Awesome. Boosting marketplace search optimization, getting more organic customers to your listing. And the buyers are told to give listing feedback and post-delivery feedback on your product. And this is the real feedback. You can extract it. This is an example of what the post-delivery feedback looks like for one of our launches. They did over 500 orders, a ton of feedback, right? And the result is putting the feedback into these prompts. And what you get is something like this. Here's the feedback that we put in. And we said, based on this feedback, give us recommendations to improve our listing and our actual product and packaging. And it's going to tell you, again, this is a pre-workout supplement, product formulation, ingredient experience, what are the strengths, opportunities, recommendations, flavor and mixability, strengths, opportunities. Again, this is real feedback from real buyers. So you're finding ways to improve not only your product listing, but the actual physical product and your packaging, which is really going to help you combine all of these strategies into one super strategy, which is like, look at all my competitors, grab all their best practices, roll it into our feedback, and dominate the competition. Why this works: combine AI-driven review strategies or summaries with real customer feedback to optimize your listings, create images, and speak to your customer on a more personal level. And this enables you to increase your product's
time is up.
visibility. Okay, so last slide. Thank you. If you go to our site, you can scan the QR code. We'll give you $50 in your wallet, so you can use the $50 towards a product launch, get some reviews, sales, feedback, and help accelerate your product on Brand Expand. Okay, thanks so much, Nick. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Seth. So everyone, we're gonna share the recording again tomorrow, so you will be able to get the full presentation, and you can get advantage of all the deals that our partners are sharing besides the hack. So this was number 14. Everyone, Seth Ҳerd, scaling sales to the stars on Amazon and beyond with Brand Expand. And now we go to number 15, Chad Rubin, previous two-time hack winners of my series and multiple others. So he's gonna talk about the peanut butter and jelly effect, the profit math Amazon brands get that wrong. So Chad, for whatever reason, man, you're always the last. I don't know why. No, not on purpose. Not
on
on
hard act to
purpose.
follow here, so thanks for having me. So I'm Chad Rubin. I'm going to steal this from John Aspinall. I'm showing my LinkedIn here. I've got about almost 40,000 followers. I've been in the game for about 20 years. I started Prophecy, which is a dynamic pricing software for Amazon brands, co-founded The Prosper Show, which we sold in 2019. Skubana, sold that in 2021. I still have an e-commerce business today. We made vacuum filters, coffee filters, and I use that to dog food my business and come up with crazy ideas to make me more money, and I share those ideas with other people. That being said, luckily I have a timer right here. About to hit this timer, jump off. You ready?
Okay, let's start, chat. Let's go.
So I'm founder, right? Prophecy. We help you make more money with pricing and PPC together. Most brands actually optimize just ads in a silo, but nobody actually owns profit, right? So bits go up, budgets go out, your margins disappear. And teams are chasing ACoS. And you don't really need more traffic, right? You need to monetize that traffic. I'm going to show you how to do that today. Most companies are actually just optimizing shit separately. No one owns profit. Everyone is siloed in the space. It's all disconnected, and that means death to your profit. So what you want to do is you want to stack those profits together. You want to unify everything into one coherent, one operating system, one unified language, and that's what we do. I'm going to show you that today. But here's the number one thing you need to understand. ACoS, and someone talked about this earlier, ACoS is really, everyone's just focusing on ad spend. Nobody focuses on the revenue, which is price times units. And when you unify those things together, you can scale your profits more. I'm going to show you a ChatGPT hack today. We're going to call it the peanut butter and jelly hack. So a lot of people are great at peanut butter, which is PPC, and no one's great at pricing and putting those things together. When you do that, you can make a whole lot more money. And when you don't do it in isolation, you make a whole lot more money. Great. And so the result is about 20 to 25% more profit, all from actually stacking, because when you essentially increase your profit, your ads become more scalable, increase ad spend. At a certain profit, you can turn that PPC into a profit driver in the business. So again, everyone's doing it. Everyone's leaking profit silo. Now, if you look at this amazing, I love looking at this category here, garlic press on Amazon. Look at the sponsored ads. The average selling price of the sponsored ads is $18.37. They're essentially advertising a higher priced item because they have more margin to spend and acquire that customer. Look at the organic price, $11.72, a 57% difference between organic and sponsored. When you do it together, and these are some of the smartest sellers in the space that are actually harmonizing price and spend together. I can't tell you if one of these are my customer or not, but you can guess that they are, right? When you harmonize price and spend, you can make a whole lot more money. So let's get into the actual hack. So right now, we built a calculator that puts price and PPC together. It's not a toy. It's not some BS optimizer. It's a real profit web. And all you need to do is plug in your real numbers, cost, price, elasticity, and ad spend. It's going to show you exactly where your profits peak. It becomes actually quite an unfair advantage. You can get it at this website right here. It's a free tool. You don't have to, it's not even gated. Okay, you can just use it and put it in, and I'm going to show you how to do it today. So I don't think I have enough time to go through like the demand function itself, but essentially when you change price or PPC, the demand changes. And that's the problem. Most sellers don't know how much it shifts. So they're just guessing. So if you raise the price a bit and you cut back on ads, boom, your conversions tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on elasticity. And this is the core of it. Demand is not magic, it's math. Price and ad spend drive demand, especially on Amazon. You tweak one, your volume shifts, but most don't know how sensitive the demand is. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually feed in this information from 𝗕𝗵𝗻 into this calculator. That's all we're going to do. We're going to feed it into the machine. And when you do that, you can make a lot more profit. You're not guessing, you're actually optimizing. And most sellers never do this. So we're going to get into it. I have 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. So what we're going to do is you're going to grab the data from these sources. I'm going to share these slides with you after, so don't worry. You can keep up. It's 6 numbers. That's it. You're in. Now you're going to cross-check. You're going to pull it fast. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be accurate enough because if you have a lot of ASINs, it's hard to scale this. So this is really the hack, right? You're going to screenshot the 𝗕𝗵𝗻 price in the BSR chart. I have nothing to do with 𝗕𝗵𝗻, right? You're going to drop it into ChatGPT. You're going to ask it for price elasticity. It's fast, it's dirty, and effective. Here's the prompt. You estimate the price elasticity from this price and BSR curve and return a single number. It spits out a number, done. Is it perfect? It's not perfect, but it's better than a gut feeling by 10,000%. And you need signal and you need it fast. As 𝗬𝗓𝗓, I love 𝗬𝗓𝗓, he said.
Cut, 1 minute left.
Damn. All right, let's keep going. So we do this obviously automatic, right? You can do this manually, or you can just hit a button and you can let us do it for you. Proficy does this on autopilot. You connect your account, we test it, we track it, we optimize it. Here's an example. When you get it right, look at this amazing graph, 18 seconds. You want to see an inverse relationship between your price and your rank, right? Better rank is lower. You're selling at a higher average selling price. You increase that price, you make more money. And that's a 7-figure profit capture opportunity. This is all with Proficy, doing it dynamically. I showed you how to do it manually. You can do it automatically. My timer is going off. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. You can email me at my personal email if you want the slides, if you want the prompts, if you want any of this. Email me directly. My personal inbox is chat@proficy.com. We'll automate all of it. Use the code HACKER if you want 20% off. I'm free to do it. I'm happy to do a free audit for you. If you like, just email me and I'll do this and I'll run the system on your specific ASIN.
Okay, thanks, chat. And that's the 𝗲𝗂𝗧 hack, everyone. This is number 15. Chat Robin, the peanut butter and jelly effect, the profit math, Amazon brands get that wrong. So this is number 15, everyone. Thanks, chat. And now I'm gonna share a link for the poll, and you guys can vote for a favorite hack. You're gonna have like 5 minutes. I'm gonna give a shout out to the sponsors today, and once I'm done, we're gonna close the poll and we're gonna see who is the winner today. So let me share the link, and you guys can tell me if you see it, and we can start voting. So just give me a sec. Okay, guys. So here is the link where you can vote for the best hack. Let me see if you see it, and then I'm gonna turn on the timer for myself again, and we can start voting. Do you guys see it? It's in the chat.
Yep.
Okay, guys. So let's start. Let's vote. Okay. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna give a shout out to our sponsors today because thanks to them, we're having this event. So let me do that. Okay, guys. Okay, so I hope that you enjoy the hacks, but still, let's give a shout out to our sponsors, our gold sponsor, expansion to you, blueprint by hellotax. Like I said earlier, if you guys are not selling in Europe, you're selling on Amazon or any other marketplace, you must know if there is an opportunity for you. It doesn't cost you anything. Just send us your Amazon website story or product idea. We're gonna let you know if and how much money you can make. And then if there is demand for what you're doing, we're gonna help out with the VAT, product compliance, logistics, and localization. And if you guys are lazy but you have a very cool product, we might even buy your product on a wholesale model and sell that across Europe without any cost or any effort on your end. And of course, if you do the first package where we do the market entry, you get $3,000 per brand in discounts. So this is our main sponsor for the hellotax, VAT compliance on autopilot in Europe. Then our second sponsor, Insiders, what they're doing. They're giving free silent PPC cures during Profit Insights hack, and what they're doing, 19-day PPC action plan tailored to your business phase. 10% profit bump, exactly how I would act now to bump your net profit. In-depth manual work, 10 hours invest in improving your Amazon ad setup. So this is from the Insiders. First time, guys who actually scan that, they're gonna grab this hack. Here is the QR code. You guys can scan it. And of course, we're gonna send that in the recording tomorrow if you couldn't join or you couldn't stay till then. Next, we go to our next sponsor, 𝗵𝗰 Digital, Jasa for one. What they're doing, they're gonna help you unlock real growth on Amazon with smart strategy, advanced PPC, and results-driven execution. Get 25% off your first 3 months of full service account scaling, and they're gonna help you to kick off things with a custom Amazon growth roadmap built to uncover hidden opportunities and maximize profitability. Again, guys, go ahead and scan the QR code. If you've left, of course, you cannot do that, but you would be able to click on the offer in the email with the recording tomorrow. Now we go to our next sponsor, CronosNow and Richard Starkey. They're helping company, if you're raising funds or planning to exit, messy numbers can kill. Okay, what's that here that I'm not seeing? Okay, messy numbers can kill the deal. Claim your free financial due diligence health check, and they're gonna help you. They're gonna help you check your financials for gaps in financial reporting, improper revenue recognition, unclear COGS or profit margins, overstated inventory, valuation risks. And what they're giving away is worth $1,500, so it's a big deal that you guys are gonna get. So scan the QR code to claim the offer here. And again, you can do that tomorrow in the recording in the email follow-up. So this is Richard Starkey in CronosNow. Then we go for the next one, which was actually a much better offer than what we're saying here, but I'm gonna mention it. So TraceFuse is the only AI-driven solution to detect which detects negative reviews outside Amazon policies and guidelines. Their lifetime monitoring services normally comes with a one-time fee of $350, but as you guys are attending the event, the 10x5 Amazon Hack Series, you're gonna get an exclusive discount, which is not 500, which is not 250. You're gonna pay $1 for that. Now, as Shane mentioned. So go ahead, scan the QR code or wait for the email tomorrow. So that's a godfather offer, everyone. You're gonna just pay for whatever they find and take down for you. So, and then we go to our last of the sponsors, Pasha, Knish, AMZ Optimize. They have this offer for the Amazon Hack Series. Get an end-to-end Amazon support, including optimized listing, ad management, and operation strategy from the experts at AMZ Optimize. And you can enjoy the first 6 months commission-free. And also, you can use their tool for free for a limited time. So scan the QR code. You're gonna book a call with Pasha, and you guys can get started there. And the last but not the least is our media sponsor, my company, my newsletter, 𝗕𝗃𝗃 𝗧𝗛𝗘 𝗕𝗃𝗦𝗧. If you guys are not subscribed for that, make sure to do that, because we're gonna get hacks like those today, news, LinkedIn posts, and all the cool stuff summarized from the last week. Not all shit, as we say in the newsletter, so only cool stuff. So the winner today is gonna win a free monthly feature in 𝗕𝗃𝗃 𝗧𝗛𝗘 for June, value €2,000. And so I'm gonna stop share and let's see who is the winner now. Oh, okay, man, that was not 5 minutes, that was 10 minutes. So I broke my rule. So let me see who won the hack today. Okay, guys, so we have the winner. This is Sebastian Eduard with 26%. Second is 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏, and third is 𝗵𝗰𝗵𝗶𝗏𝗏. So that's it, guys. I mean, I'm gonna do a screenshot and we're done. So let me show you, let me share my screen. And so Sebastian, man, is the first time that the first speaker is winning the hack. So congrats, man. And we're gonna.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much for the vote, and thank you for the great presentations. It's been awesome.
Okay, so here is so again, thank you everybody for joining. Tomorrow we're gonna send the recording to everybody. We're gonna share the list, the names and the contacts of all speakers, so you guys can get in touch. I strongly recommend to that, follow them on LinkedIn, because what we did today is just summarized in 90 minutes. And what I recommend, follow those guys, and you're gonna get a ton of those hacks quickly. And as I said, if you guys are lazy, subscribe for my newsletter and you're gonna get those summarized weekly on Sundays when you're drinking your coffee, beer, or whatever you guys you drink on Sunday. So thanks again for joining the hack series. We're gonna have a vacation next month, so no hack series in June. It's time for some beach and other stuff, and we're gonna kick off with our only July hack series in mid-July. So thank you everybody for joining. Thanks for all the speakers for staying with us and all the attendees, and till next time. Adios, muchachos. Hasta luego.
Thanks, Nick. Cheers,
Thank
man.
you. Bye-bye.